Listening is one of the hardest skills for English learners, and almost every student struggles with it at some point. Many people say, I understand English when I read, but not when I listen. If you feel the same way, this episode is for you. Today, I want to talk to you about why English listening is difficult, what mistakes most learners make, and exactly how you can fix your listening step by step. You will get a complete roadmap that you can follow daily. By the end of this episode, you will understand how to train your ears, how to build listening confidence, and how to finally understand English speakers naturally, without frustration, without stress, and without fear. Most learners think listening is only about the ears. Actually, listening is a brain skill. Your brain needs time and repetition to recognize sounds quickly. When you listen in your native language, you don't think about words, you simply understand. But in English, your brain is still trying to decode, slowly, carefully, word by word. This makes listening difficult, especially when native speakers talk fast. The first step to improving your listening is understanding that this is normal. Nothing is wrong with you. Your brain just needs training. Listening is like building muscle. You cannot grow it in one day. But if you practice the right way, every day, even for 15 minutes, your brain will start recognizing English sounds automatically. One of the biggest mistakes learners make is listening without understanding. They play a video or a podcast or a movie and hope that if they listen more, they will magically improve. But listening without understanding does not help your brain grow. In fact, it often creates more frustration. Effective listening happens when you work with material that is just a little difficult but still understandable. Not too easy, not too hard, just challenging enough so that you can follow the meaning. This is called comprehensible input. If your listening material is way too difficult, your brain cannot learn from it. So choose content just one level higher than your current ability. Another common mistake is listening to something only once. Think about how children learn language. They repeat. They hear the same phrase again and again until their brain recognizes it instantly. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is powerful. When you listen to the same audio 3, 5, or even 10 times, your brain starts recognizing patterns. The first time, you understand maybe 30%. The second time, 50%. By the fifth time, 80 or even 100%. This is how you build listening fluency. So don't be afraid to repeat the same content many times. That's how your brain gets faster. Now let's talk about the biggest reason English sounds difficult: connected speech. Native speakers do not pronounce words separately. They connect them. They blend them. They drop sounds, shorten words, and speak in a continuous rhythm. For example, what are you doing becomes what you doing. I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. Do you want to becomes do you wanna. These reductions are natural in everyday English, but textbooks do not teach them. That's why real conversation sounds confusing. To fix this, you need to train your ear to recognize these sound patterns. And the best way to do this is through shadowing. Shadowing means you listen to a short sentence and repeat it immediately, copying the rhythm, the tone, the speed, and the connected speech exactly. Don't worry about perfect pronunciation. Focus on matching the music of English. When you shadow regularly, something amazing happens. Your speaking improves, and your listening improves twice as fast, because your mouth learns the patterns that your ears need to recognize. If you are serious about improving listening, shadowing should be part of your daily practice. Another key to improving listening is building vocabulary, especially real-life vocabulary. Many learners know academic vocabulary but struggle with simple everyday expressions. For example, native speakers use small phrases like kind of, sort of, like basically, actually, literally, pretty much, no worries, sounds good, and many others. These phrases appear constantly in real conversations, movies, and YouTube videos. If you don't know them, conversations feel fast and confusing. So, when you learn new vocabulary, focus on real-life expressions, not only textbook words. The more common phrases you understand, the easier listening becomes. Next, let's talk about the power of slow listening. Many learners try to listen at normal speed, get confused, and then give up. Instead, start with slow or clear English. Choose content made for learners. There is nothing wrong with slow speed. It is not baby English, it is training. Once your ears get comfortable, you can slowly increase the speed to normal. Remember, every skill improves step by step. The goal is not to listen fast. The goal is to understand clearly. Another great strategy is to listen with subtitles first. Yes, subtitles are allowed. They are not cheating. Subtitles bridge the gap between listening and reading. First, watch with English subtitles and understand everything. Then, watch again without subtitles. On the second try, your brain will recognize the same patterns much faster. Over time, you will rely less on subtitles because your listening skills will naturally grow. Now I want to share a powerful exercise. Paused listening. Paused listening means you listen to a short sentence, pause, and repeat what you heard in your own words. You don't need to repeat it exactly, just say the meaning. For example, if you hear, "I didn't expect that," you can say, "I wasn't expecting that." This exercise helps your brain process English faster and also improves your speaking at the same time. If you practice paused listening for 10 minutes every day, you will see huge improvements in just a few weeks. Another useful method is background listening. You can play English audio while doing simple tasks, cleaning, cooking, walking, or exercising. You don't need to pay full attention. Your brain is still absorbing the rhythm and natural sound patterns. This technique will not replace focused study, but it will increase your exposure and make English sound more familiar. To fix your listening, you also need to choose the right type of content. Podcasts are great for long listening practice. YouTube videos are great for short daily input. Movies and series help you learn everyday English. Songs help with pronunciation and connected speech. Audiobooks help you follow long stories and expand your vocabulary. Try to use different types of materials so your ears get comfortable with different accents and speaking styles. Speaking of accents, many learners worry too much about understanding native accents like American, British, Australian, or Canadian. You do not need to understand everything right away. Choose one accent first, usually American or British, and get comfortable with it. Once your listening improves, you can slowly start exploring other accents. The key is consistency, not perfection. Now let's talk about focus. When you listen in your native language, your brain works automatically. But in English, listening requires energy. That's why listening practice can make you tired. If your brain is tired, your listening ability drops. So practice listening when you're fresh, morning or early evening. Avoid listening practice late at night when your brain is exhausted. You will learn better and faster when your mind is clear. Another powerful tip is to slow the speaker, not yourself. Many videos allow you to change playback speed. Start at 0.75x or 0.85x, then move to normal speed, then maybe even try 1.25x as a challenge. This helps your ears adapt to different speeds and boosts your confidence. Now let's talk about motivation. Improving listening takes time, but you must trust the process. One day, something magical will happen. You will suddenly understand things you could not understand before. You will watch a movie scene and realize you didn't need subtitles. You will listen to a conversation and follow it naturally. These moments feel amazing, and they come from slow, steady practice. Remember, listening skill does not improve in big jumps. It grows quietly, day by day, until one day you notice a big difference. Another common issue is fear. Many learners feel nervous when they listen to native speakers. They worry about not understanding, they worry about looking foolish, they worry about asking someone to repeat. But fear blocks your ears. Relaxation opens your ears. When you listen, try to stay calm. Don't panic if you miss a word. Native speakers also miss words sometimes. Understanding the overall meaning is more important than understanding every single word. Here is an important mindset shift. Listening is not about translating. It is about recognizing sounds and matching them with meaning instantly. When you try to translate in your head, you slow your brain down. Instead, let the words flow into your ears while your brain reacts naturally. This takes time, but with enough practice, you will stop translating and start understanding directly. Now, let's create a simple daily plan that you can follow to fix your listening. Start with 5 minutes of warm-up listening, something easy. Then do 10 minutes of focused listening, something just a little difficult. After that, do 5 minutes of shadowing. Then do 5 minutes of vocabulary listening. Focus on common phrases. End with 5 minutes of fun listening.